consider paying off his debt, but I won't. Instead, I will grant him this land that we just got, starting with Wyalun. What else are they getting? Kelly's? Nisno? If I do end up in Poland, I'm gonna get shanked for the way I say these things. Not part of the HRE. Stops at Stolp, so you do get no tech. And I'll give you Poznan as soon as it's no longer under siege. Alright, good fight, well fought. Didn't expect to have to take that fight, but we took it. Are you going to dismantle the HRE in this run? Potentially. It's not really part of the goals. Ah, oh, Kleinshow, you did good, but you also died. Let's get you back to Tsarograd. I wonder if I could have pieced out for more if they weren't sieging up Tsarograd. I should have double-checked their positives and negatives there. Are you going to make Yugoslavia a satellite state as well? No, it's going to be in direct control of Montenegro. I think part of my early plan was to have Yugoslavia as a separate state, but I've come to realize that no. Just no. Alright, jolly good. Let's maybe knuckle down for a little bit, but also maybe not. This should keep things relatively okay in Europe as long as I have a peace force who will keep the peace by force. Poznan, off to you as well. Grand. Now, an argument could be made for truce breaking on the Commonwealth yet again. I don't disagree with that argument. Oh yeah, there were these two provinces, how could I forget? Marienburg and Warmia. Warmia and Marienburg. Glorious. Starting to become a real nation. Still want Silesia dead, but all in due time. Don't want to end up in another imperial war for a wee bit. I'll grant this over once it's been cored, because if the HRE is going to demand it back, they're going to have to speak to me. Wasn't I going to build some universities? I ended up not building universities. Damn, this is going to take a while. It's going to take a hell of a while. Oh, Riga got it. How fast does it spread? Not fast at all. Dang. How about in... That's not too bad. I need an enemy. And it won't be Timmy just yet. He's still a good friend of mine. Hell, he helped me out in that war. Let's maybe boost their trust a bit. Did it go down further? Feels like it did. I am not the most trustworthy person around, but they don't need to think about that one. Okay, here's an idea for taking on Austria. I could directly attack Scandinavia. That would prompt Austria to be called in, and I don't think I need to worry about co-belligerating. I mean, Europe already hates me. They'd fizzle out, I'm sure. Why does Ottoman hate me so much? Only 54, that'll go away soon enough. Oh yeah, I need to core this land that I just took too. Ooh, nice of them to have a fort on cars for me. That'll protect the area a bit. Not amazingly, it's only level 2, but for any revolts that pop up, we're good and ready. Let's keep you guys over there then. Alright. You ended up building nothing, let alone universities. That sounds like me. I'm very anti-buildings. They are great, right? Don't listen to me for buildings strategy. I'm just extremely tight-fisted. Oh, Scandinavia actually entered the coalition against me. Unexpected. Perhaps I should fight them. Norway's a non-factor. Hanover's a near non... Well, wait, what? Huh, Munster formed Hanover. It's pretty cool. And they're guaranteeing Sweden. How cute. That's actually a great way to fight Scandinavia without worrying about anything else. And this is why you want to have consorts. The events for them are pretty much all good unless they're a heretic. 3-deckers are nice. What am I spending my dip on? Oh, of course, cultural enrichment. I'd really like to get admin tech 25 and 26. But 26 is aeons away. Yeah, well, we're doing okay as it is. And those cultural enrichments. How many proud Serbs do we have watching right now, I wonder? Jake will have to spend his money on buildings in 1.30. No longer allows him to blow infinite money on mercs. We've been extremely light on mercs this campaign. Alright, so there is still a wave of people that want to join coalitions against me, including Castile. Actually, Castile could be a problem if they join in. Hopefully we'll let a couple of years pass and they're still involved in their war against those guys. Should be. They're aeons away. And then they won't have the AE to join. How much do mercs hurt professionalism compared to slacking? Not much. But I like having manpower, and I don't really want to rely much on mercs late game here. Proud Serbians don't need to rely on such things. There we go, down these buggers go. And absolutely not, no unlawful territory to you, Frankfurt. So what's the idea here? I reckon one detachment to take care of rebels that rise up, and the rest of us... Well, one there, and one here to take care of all this area. And then the rest of us head on over to the east, and yes, I see that my mill is capped, and I honestly don't know what to spend it on. How about a couple more generals? We're a little shy on those right now. We're gonna have Worm himself join in. He's not very good. He only has one fire, and he gets that for free. Okay, who might be better? I bet Yacker Jr. would be better. Come on, big numbers. Could we not combine the two? Actually hurting quite a bit on Dosh here. Army maintenance being a big offender. Rooting out corruption similarly pretty bad. How are we looking on rebels? Quite a few want to rise up, so I'm not really at liberty to slack on army maintenance. But jings, that's some pretty heavy Dosh numbers. Well, I could always slack on all these forts I have but don't need. Well, probably don't need right now. You I will need up, actually. Protect that area if you could, please. They're not free to keep active, you know. Yeah, income's really terrible for how large we are, but we don't have trade set up well at all. And, well, we got a number of problems with our country. But hey, 44 whole ducats from trade. The Ottomans actually make tons more. At least Wallachia makes good dosh there. Maybe it's time to get friendly with the nobility. Ah, they'll chill off soon enough. I mean, we can see the amount of difference it makes. It would be quite a lot. We'll give the nobility a nice manpower province. This is good manpower province. So, currently paying 152, and then 138. Not too shabby. Okay, we have avoided the Far East for far too long. Korea is not a tributary to the Ming, so we'll be able to take on both of these guys and finalize our eastern border. Probably a two-war job to finalize it. The question is who I attack more aggressively here. There's lots of land to be taken from both parties, but I can't exactly take... Maybe I should attack Korea directly, make Nivka co-belligerent and take a lot of the Nivk land, but... I'll probably pay full amounts of dip for it, and it'll be very expensive. They're up to speed in tech, pretty much, which is a dang shame for me. Let Korea weaken Ming first. They seem to be doing well on their own. They're not at war with Ming. They're at war with Japan. Ming's at war with Portugal and Spain. I'm not sure either are doing a great job. Right. Let's march on over. How many are we going to need? Because this is still very hard mode. It's easy to laugh at Korea, but 166k and he would swell up to about 200. Maybe even 250k. That's not the kind of army I'm in a position to bring along. I'm in a position to bring along 150. Timmy, I need your help. Distant War 140. Can't believe this guy sometimes. He's calling everything a distant war. How's that even calculated? Yes, hot. You can form Roman Empires, Italy, no problem. Ah, well, no, I've got another 40 stack here that could be dedicated. Maybe that 40 stack should go over here, and then all of you should be on attack Korea mode. It's going to be a bit of a march, though. Hopefully a march where we gain money and manpower. Well, we're hemorrhaging the money, but when we get these cores done, of course, then it'll be fine. Don't want these guys marching together for as much as possible because they'll just double up on the attrition. The respect is overdue. This enlightenment's taken a while to come to me. Even though it's right there in Austria. Ooh, I could conquer enlightenment off of Austria. Directly. Might work, might hurt. He has a lot of friends, sure. And all of his friends other than Aragon are in the HRE. Not in... oh god. Aragon's allied with Ottomans as well. I have certainly made a lot of enemies along the way. Yeah, fighting you is tempting, but we'll wait it out because I want to establish the eastern borders. Remember, Slovenia owned by Austria. Oh yeah, I know. We're going to be taking all of this and this for Nitra. But I think we're going to give the Western Front a rest for a bit and then head over east. You know, let my allies rest up, pay off their debts, get the cores done, be insulted by Venice, the works. I don't think I need to be wary of much attack coming in. It also gives me time to get these conversions done. There are a lot of them. Then again, I'm going to be conquering land over here that certainly needs converted too. The Tengris, the Vetrianans, the Confucians. Korea buggers. You know what? We've waited too long. We're expelling the Turks out of Tsarograd. Oh, check the price for it as well, though. It's a 46 dev province. Only costs us 46 to expel them and bring the Greeks back. Keep those conversions rolling in. They're relatively not expensive anymore. Which is rather nice for me. My subjects have plenty of conversions to do. I'm not sure if they're actually going to be doing them particularly well or fast. Well, they have humanitarian ideas, actually, so they shouldn't have too big a deal with that. Don't mind if I slam that right in the treasury. This is going to be one expensive institution. 80... okay. It's going to cost about 10,000 ducats to embrace. I'm going to have to reduce that with an icon. Wish I could monetize all these mill points that we have. Maybe I could, right? Harsh treatment is way too expensive, dang. Oh well, never mind that. Now we're 5 out of 5 for leaders, and we can't quite have this either. Well, I guess we're going to dev up our capital. because it's about the only thing that we can... dang, I'm already kind of capped on this. I guess I'll dev up places that already have the Enlightenment. So that'll bring me more proportional amount of Enlightenment for the country. Oof, totaling 6.1% of that. It's a bit nasty. Then again, I would also like to convert Serbian land, to develop Serbian lands, which I guess includes the likes of you. Zeta, however, is mountainous, making it far from desirable for that. Well, there is Dubrovnik, plenty to be done there, but no... Ah, here we go. Having prosperity makes this all a whole lot cheaper. Don't really want to dev Hungarian lands, though. Difficult choice, right? There's a lot of crossing over things that I want to do here. Might do it on Visoki, actually. They're about to get it. Yeah, it's relatively cheap here. We'll make it relatively cheaper too. And then just pile it on. I gotta spend this mill somewhere. Might as well be around here. There you go. And since it's going to be in Visoki, it should spread to these provinces fairly easily as well. There you go. Great, that'll save me money on rooting out corruption if nothing else. I don't need Krim guarded here, not right now. I'm not taking that dip tech, I want all this dip for spreading glorious Serbian culture. I think most of the cultural conversions are done though, right? Yeah, there's still some ongoing. Tsargrad will take forever, but it will be done. But getting enlightenment is a big part of my cultural plans here. This is not a big enough army to deal with Korea and Nivk. No way, no how. I'd need to raise another 40 stacks so I can have... Well, not necessarily. I don't know how well or how badly these guys are going to fight. But I have to do a lot of conquering into their lands. They're not particularly fortified lands, but still, they're lands. I think it'll have to be against Korea, but Nivk has made a co-belligerent. Icon of St. Michael is forgotten. It's a shame, but I think we're going to have John Climacus, because boy do I need that. I need that embracement made a whole lot cheaper. There we go, it's already gone down in cost quite a bit. Not that I can afford it right now, but what I'd probably do is actually add a debase. Maybe punch my burghers for Dosh. Ooh, I like the idea of punching the burghers. It's a shame they don't have just a little bit more influence over my country. I'd like to get a lot more than that, but whatever, I'll punch for what I can whilst I can. How are those cores coming along? I want Stolp and this other one done. It's okay if they're done after I go to war. I can trade them away afterwards. Don't know how much overextension I'm going to get for this, but I want to take everything I can away from Nivk, so that Korea should be an easy one-shot in the later war. Traipsing over all of Montenegro takes a heck of a long time. Aragon, you buggers. How could you turn on me like that? I think I might do well to improve relations and try to get that alliance back, because I have a lot of favors with them. And they are a great ally for me to have as long as they don't ditch me, because they're not in land that I'm going to be taking. Oh, that's nice. That is real nice. Needs to be more, though. But let's try to get Enlightenment first. And I really need to focus Diplo. In 1718, let's try to remember to focus Diplo. I like all of these things, let's keep them. Don't know if Commonwealth are going to get any allies. One of the main reasons to constantly truce break them was to ensure that France would not re-ally them. But now, you know, no one else is going to attack them and take their land, so I can eat them up at my leisure. Focus on other things first, because the Polish People's Republic is in a state of burning. Look at some of these devastations, 41, 58. It's a sad state of affairs for them. Having this extra missionaries really speeding this up. 50% increase, as long as I remember to actually use them. Things are just right like this. Not a lot of cores left to do. The Georgians, which I forgot about for quite some time. You know, I wonder how much the Georgians would like to change their ways of life. We haven't brought Serbian superiority down to here, have we? The development's a bit high for it. But you know, you just need to plant one seed and then a beautiful Serbian can sprout from it. And here we are, smoking attrition. Again, fight Korea, make Nivk the co-belligerent, and Nivk have no allies of their own, so it should be fine. That said, this war will probably be quite painful to me. I can see it going wrong in many ways, especially if they go around me and start invading my country. But it's no time like the present. I need to seal off these borders. So Korea, welcome to pain. Imperialism to make taking provinces cheaper, but it makes it harder to get over there. And Guam. Now, how to go about this? I want everybody to have a decent bit of leadership. Glory Hale and Moreno are great. Yeah, I'll choose Worm. Everybody protect each other. We will go for a sweeping advance here. France have a disputed throne there, under a Medici. Brest is in revolt. It's also not covered by any forts, but it should be easy enough to take you down. I think I'll also tell my subjects to continue to stay at home-ish. Stick to allied territory, do not initiate offensives. Perm demands representation. Yeah, good luck. Perm the province or perm the area? Perm the province, twice. Grodno. Keep it flowing. In we go. Did I not give you a leader there? Could have sworn I had. Oh, I just assumed we had. Well, on you go, Mr. Moreno. So, looking at enemy numbers, yeah, I have not brought over enough units to fight this particularly effectively. Which is unfortunate, because there's a lot of area to cover here. And I would like everything here dealt with. What I could do is have some low-life merc scum handle the occupations behind us while the offensive rolls forward. I haven't been relying on merc scum much this game, but I think we'll change that for this war. Then again, I did recruit merc scum at the very start. It was a vital move in the initial war against Ragusa. I was rewatching the start of this campaign, kind of marveling at it. A lot of things went very wrong, but we managed to turn them around and make them go very right. Thank God for that, though. I'm not losing 20 armor tradition. Don't like losing 10 prestige either, but too bad. I like army tradition a lot. I like being able to fight well a lot. It took a long time for the Montenegrin army to be truly battle-hardened. But we're pretty hardcore, and God, the Serbians are getting everywhere. It's a thing of beauty. In fact, we even spread them over here. Come on, Enlightenment. That's going to take forever to get there. We should just spread more Serbs while we can. Whilst the going is good. I don't know, I really want Enlightenment for it. But taking all this land is going to make Enlightenment even more expensive. What's a man to do? Well, I'll enjoy some free army professionalism. Never say no to free. See, this is what I'm talking about. Large army. They're going around me and going right into the country, and they'll probably just push on through like that, which is going to be a huge pain for me. I don't want them to do that. I want to smash them dead. Time for another client state. There will be a Mongolian client state around here, no doubt about it. Perhaps we should bring our units around to deal with this, because I'm quite concerned about them going around here. Bring you guys in a bit. You're heading down there. That's okay. Expected and ready for it. Or rather, Byaker is going to be taking care of home defense there. Man, remember when rebels ended coring? Oof. Just thinking about it gives me the willies. Alright, I don't know what they're getting up to here, but I can get my army together and smash them. And fortunately this is steppe land, so it's not too difficult for us to handle. Where are they off to? Kerlen and Orkhon. Orkhon, Kerlen. Well, the guys heading over here are light snack. The guys heading over here is more of a real fight. Let's get our units somewhat into position and then march on them on both sides. This 80 stack. Should go and deal with you there. No river crossing, no problem. You guys head over to Orkhon. Isn't their military tech garbage? No, they're at 24. I'm only on 25. 26 would be great for morale, but it's a ways away. I really should take this while I can. I want to have a good eye on tech 26. Well, here they go. They're bringing in reinforcements. This could be pretty painful for me. Okay, you'll be there quite soon, and maybe you can force march your way over. Well, I don't think I need to worry about the Nivk units. How about the Koreans? The Koreans have only 5 morale. Their discipline isn't that great. But they have numbers, and I'm not good at fighting against extremely large numbers. I'm good at fighting against large numbers, but extremely large is a different crop. With that in mind, I want you to force march over there. That'll get you there on the 20th. I'll get you there on the 22nd. Well, you're the boss. And this is great that I can shoot them dead as I do, but we still take casualties here. And he's about to reinforce in a few days. Okay, thank goodness. We kicked them out. That means we are all the better for taking them on in the next fight. And that's more fuel for our fire. Excellent. Let's press the advantage. We're heading on in for some more. Hope we can reinforce well here. Did I not have access to a reinforcement guy? I did not. Alright, you guys are heading in that way. There's no need for you to force march if that's the case. Head over to... yeah, I guess. I don't know, it's a tricky thing. Such a large area to cover, and they can come and attack me. They can see my movements, I can't see them so well. Why not spit out Mongolia? I'm going to make Mongolia a client state. They'll be more subservient, and the Mongolian cores are in pretty much the wrong place for where I want to conquer. Speaking of, I have an image of what should be the final borders right here. And from what we can see... look, check those Mongolian borders. From here, they're going to be kind of here-ish. Whereas the Mongolian cores are going to be around here, right? Yeah, way far off. Shout out to the Black Wind who put together that image. Maybe given the nature of the revolts, I could have you over here to deal with any of the guys that slither on through. If there are revolts, I'm sure my forts can catch them for long enough, and maybe have you in a slightly more central place like Yetistan. After all, if my subjects have revolts, they have forts and things to hold off. Well, actually, I'm likely to get Pomeranians around, well, no doubt in Stolp. Curse those Pomeranians. Damn that Dr. Fred. Ciri's got the maneuver to get over there relatively fast. JJ Ho-Ho says, I think that's the only positive word about TBW I've heard from you. Sure. Sounds quite likely. Where to head here? If I held here, as in if I held these forts here, I could keep the Koreans stuck in the south if they retreat south, and then mop up Nivk. I mean, it probably won't work out as wonderfully as that, but I can hope. Are you not proceeding? Move forward. Ah, there we go. Look who's back. It's fine though, I can sacrifice your life in order to slaughter them. Oh, it's not just your life, it's two of your lives. Oh well, I'm still gonna kill them. Mercs are made to die. We played enough Battle Brothers to understand this. There we go. Their whole purpose there was to die for me. We'll bring in some more mercs. It's not that expensive on the army professionalism. Well, let's hope I'm as good as I think I am with slaughtering these guys. Okay, right, they're amassing down to take care of my mercs. That's unfortunate. I didn't want to lose them as cheaply as I am like that. Can't get there fast enough to take care of them. Ah, well, we'll just slaughter them off. Why are you not being converted? Because you're really expensive, apparently. Doesn't matter. If you're that far into my country, I won't tolerate you being Catholic. Alright, Korea's putting up a... I was going to say good fight, but well, they're putting up a fight. Unfortunately for them, well, actually very fortunate for them, if they bring enough numbers, they can take care of me like that. Whew. Lucky that they broke before we did. That almost went very badly. pass the abolition of slavery? I think not. It's not for, that is not what we stand for around here. You know, Nivk, you're not looking so hot, so why don't we consider what we're going to take from you. Everything up to there, it seems. This isn't the thing I want to look at. Is that what I'm looking for out of them? Those three provinces are a no-no. Okay, good. Then we need 59 war score against them, and we need to take their capital. It doesn't cost that much dip, thanks to unjustified demands reduction of cost. I could break you up with Korea, but it's really no point at all. I could end their rivalry with Tuscany. You missed one, Jake. Did I? Are you sure I missed one of their provinces? Completely sure. If I missed one, I'm not seeing it. Halacha. Oh. Thanks, I would not have noticed. Well, let's bring the fight. You guys are in a vulnerable position. I need you to bring you back to where the other units are. Even if I risk these lands being besieged by Korea, it gives me an opportunity to get Korea's ally out of the war. What about the island? We don't know who owns the island. Oh, they own the island. Ooh, if they have a single boat that stops me getting there, that's going to be a problem. Well, a problem for this war. I can come back and kill them later. France have been spying. No, I've been spying on France. Whoops. Diplomatic faux pas there. And those Pomeranians, I swear they'll rise up someday. Alright, thankfully, Moreno's good at sieging. Even more thankfully, Glory Hill is a god at sieging. I'll have you as a somewhat mediator between them. Oh my, they're running right where I don't want them to run. I don't want to take a fight against them in the woods there. Well, not if they have no reinforcements coming in. Moreno should be able to slaughter these Koreans easily enough. I don't want to say some bad things about the Koreans because I have this thing saved, which is a Korean individual from chat who came into chat and just said remove China, and I believe it's when I was fighting Dali. Clearly a man after my heart, so we will treat our Korean friends with respect here, even though we are doing battle. Should be able to take it, as long as they don't have a fort there. It'll save you some trouble in the future. Yeah, what was it called again? Starts with an S, right? No, what the heck's that province called? Nagar. Well, let's do it. Ah, crumbs, they are spilling over here. As I always knew they would. Well, that's why I brought in reinforcements here. Zari. If Zari holds around here, they'll be drawn into this mountainous fort, and then I will go down and crush them. This is just a way to buy time until then. Alright, down these buggers go. Hey Jake, Korean here. It'd be great if you could rip Japan asunder one way or another. It would be great, but I'm not seeing it. The Soviet Union didn't have the best track record against the Japanese. Moldavians, Ryazanians. Okay, we'll get you somewhere a bit more central. Ryazanians? Really? Let's activate you just in case, even though that's probably not where they want to rise up. Ryazan and Bryansk. Activate thinking. It's over here. I get you, but Bryansk. Well, it's Catholicism for you. Screw that, though. Oh, I don't have passive increase of absolutism anymore. Not that it's a problem, it's as high as it goes. That's another merc scum dying. This is unfortunate, Neve de-sieging that land. It's going to make it harder to separate piece them. And, oh boy, thank goodness we have a consort here. But that's 10 years of pretty bad stats. They can try to de-siege, we'll take care of them easily enough. We're getting the far more important sieges going on here. The Soviets did perfectly fine. It was Imperial Russia that got the shins kicked in, so you're good to go. Okay, well, I'm still not going to be ripping into Japan anytime soon. They're not part of our territorial demands. If I wasn't demanding all your money, I could get what I want, and frankly, I do want you out of here. Your scraps of ducats aren't worth it. Okay, lovely. I'll take it. Oh, 228 to core, but well. And hey, now we know about you. Okay, let's get those cores coming in. I wasn't accidentally coring something other than what I wanted to take here, was I? Probably not. Okay, that gives me less to worry about, and he doesn't exactly land to de-siege there. So I think we'll head down with you, even though it's into mountains. I'm fairly confident that we can slaughter them. And again, it's Ziri. 8th, 27th, 5th, 25th. Of December. Okay, forget that. Stand there for a bit, Ziri. Right. I do feel genuinely a little bad about doing this to you, Korea. We've had such fun with Korea in campaigns gone by, and now it's come to this. Don't forget the Kuril Islands if Japan owns them. Yeah, we don't know who owns the Kuril Islands, but we will have to find out and take it. I could probably spy on Korea and demand maps around here. Seems like an idea. Should probably stop improving relations with Timmy, they're good relations. And stop counter-espionaging on the Commonwealth, and probably stop spying on them too. Don't need any more claims or anything on them, although I could make some claims potentially and hand them over to my subject. He's going to need every bit of help he can coring up Warsaw. There you go. I'm a good overlord. These are the things I do for you. Alright, I'm losing war score because I'm not occupying not Pyongyang. We'll get there though, I'm not too worried about him wriggling around here like the... No, bad. Less racism against Korea, please. We actually like them. It's just not easy, you know. The natural instinct is to... yeah. If I get that converted, the Ryazanian threat of rebellion should go away. Can you actually get over here? No, probably should be blocked by that. Take it down then, I'm not worried about his forces here. And it's rather nice having some mercs just to take care of sieges for me. I think we'll have a few more. Saves me splitting up this unit, which I'd rather avoid doing. There we go, people understand that we are no threat. The coalition is dissolving, as well it should. Go Moreno, you know how to siege. Oh wow. I know another guy that knows how to siege. Go Glory. Jake, minus 92 convert speed? Is that so? Was that Bryansk? There we go, they've actually got zeal. Glad you caught that one, thank you. So I should use this. This one does the thinking for me. Alright. You want to fight me in the steppes? I want to fight you in the steppes. Poor Nivk, but they will remain there. And Japan's selling out information to my enemy, the Ottomans. That will not stand. Well, it probably will stand, which is the unfortunate part. I think I want to go down and take their capital. Them getting ticking war score on me is unacceptable, even though I'm likely to 100% the buggers. Which, come to think of it, what am I looking for out of them? This land here. And I'll probably pop out... Ah, crumbs, I should definitely get my map up. Maybe I'm giving out too much land here. Where are you, my map? Here you go. What does that mean for Soviet friends? It's mostly cores that I've already made around here, isn't it? Ah, but it's a bunch of land here as well. Where does it stop? Stops around here, so maybe I shouldn't be coring you up for now. Cancel it, bad. I want my subject to have to worry about that, not me. Then again, maybe it's good to... Nah, whatever, I've started, so I'll finish. Alright, let's not have that block everything forever. But I should start thinking about the peace deal that I'm making, which includes bullying the Oirat a bit. We can do that during cleanup. Korea, I need you to give land to me. Land that I demand. Includes that stuff as well. Good to know. And then... Oh yeah, okay. How much more of this? Samsung as well. And then from there, it's a case of liberating Best Korea. How much of Best Korea? Is that North Korea's borders? Seems unambitious. One true Korea, right? Nice, but we're actually going for some somewhat believable borders here, so we'll stick to what we got. And of course the money, because I need to buy that institution. Great, but we need to get the war score to do so, and to do that we've got to get some forts under our control. He says holding Greece. Greece will be liberated. Just give it time. It's just that now is not the time for it. Need to keep those Ottomans in check. You see what they did to me earlier? They still declared war on me. How dare they? Okay, you've got that one under wraps, so we should advance on over here. Keep those Koreans in check. They do want to march on over here. How dare they? Oh, that's not all they're doing. On you go, Borm. I know those feelings you have about Koreans. Let's put them to use. Let's conveniently located. Something for Ziri to think about. Oh, that's a mountainous province, and I'm charging right into that. Not a fan, personally. Let's do something else about that. Shouldn't be long before I have the war score to rip them asunder here, though. I just need to grab their capital. Maybe slaughter another army or two. And then they're already on their way out. This fort, though, is taking its sweet time. It's not a high-leveled fort. I'm just not doing too well with it. Moldavians want to rise up. When do they not? This is nice, though, able to take care of this without too much of a problem. You'd expect a lot worse on very hard mode, definitely. Good, sent them packing. Don't know where to, but I'm ready for them. I've got a lot of provinces to dish out once this war is done. And it's getting done. I think once that capital falls, it's good fight, good night. To that respect, let's get these occupations done faster. It's cheaper to take land that's actually under your occupation, in terms of war score, not in terms of overextension and such. There we go. That should be game, set, and match, unless they manage to do something of a miracle against me. But they won't. I'm confident in that. The Korean War hasn't formally finished yet. You should finish it the cool way. Now, I want to sit back and look at it and nod my head and go, yep, those are Soviet Union borders held by Madagascar. That'd be the day. Held by Montenegro. Right, there was something I really wanted out of this, but I can't remember what it was. Yeah, I don't need unrestricted conquest anymore, because I'm going to have a border over here. Not a border, I'm going to have a coastline over here. What do I care about then? Liberty, desire, and same continent subject, absolutely. My marches could get quite uppity. I mean, they're at a flat 0 right now, but... well, that means it's not a big deal. Then it's going to be artillery damage from back row, or artillery bonus versus forts. Both are nice. Both are very nice. Oh, that's nice as well. Hard to say no to improved artillery damage. It's so powerful. Especially against living things. Alright, that's Korea gone. Welcome to the fold. Also, I want your money. Who cares about it? Nobody that I care about. Off you trot. Alright. Very, very nice. Whew, was worried that I couldn't make client states over here. What's the capital of North Korea? It's Pyongyang, right? How could it not be Pyongyang? Hopefully it's the highest development province here as well, because they get a free core in their first one. Excellent, there we go. What is the name of North Korea? I mean, that sounds really stupid, but alright. North Korea is what we call it, but it is actually... what? Democratic People's Republic of Korea. That's not a nice name. We're just going to go with North Korea. Unless we want to go... Democratic People's Republic of... DPR Korea. Yeah, that seems very fitting with the other ones that we have as well. They're going to be a republic, of course. Best, like I say, I'm not looking for the meme names here, Deathshed. Alright, Republic, DPR Korea, on you go. Oh, they need stuff now. Jeez. Jeez, how do we best make the North Korean flag? Also, what is the North Korean flag? Red in the middle, blue top and bottom. I don't think we have a star emblem, so away all this stuff goes. You know, unless we come across it. Well, no, I've been giving people where I can this. No, it should be two-headed. Hold on, we do have a star. Oh, this is getting better and better. It's blue top and bottom, red in the middle. Oh god. It's no big deal if we make them both red. Not the best. Because that star should be red, sure, but with a white circle around it. But that's as good as I can do. Color of red is close enough. Yeah, close enough, surely. I agree. Alright. I can't edit you after I change this, but let's do it. Well, yeah. You're going to be a march of mine, so designate march. And also give a bunch of land, because I can't be having all this overextension myself. What are you getting? Huangju? Haiju? I mean, pretty much all of this stuff. It's called Nying Whatsits. And Hamhyung. And one more province, that's Yukjin. Glorious. Not glorious. Time to release another client state here. And that's going to be a lot harder for me to piece the borders together around. Oh, I never changed their map color, did I? Oh well, that's kind of good enough. I wanted it blue anyway for the big blue blob. Everything is kind of a shade of blue, except for Albania, but c'est la vie. Right. Where is the capital of Soviet Mongolia? I'm not just going to release Mongolia, no, it's going to be a client state. The Mongolian cores are... I don't even have any of them, I think. No siree. It's in Ulaanbaatar. I got Ulaangom, which is probably not the province we're looking for. I think Karakorum is the capital, says FPQC. Anybody gonna back that up? Valaki is a shade of blue today, I learned. Yeah, sure. Historical capital is Karakorum. Yeah, well, good enough. This is where they're going to be then. It's a shame, because that's a core of mine. Alright, also, what is the name of Soviet Mongolia? I'm going to count on you to say this, because I can't call it Mongolia, since the name is already taken. No, Jake, further east. In Ihri. Is that so? I'm willing to believe black wins here. Also means I can cancel that core. Mongolian People's Republic. There's no way that's gonna be Mongolian People's Republic is what it's gonna have to be. There's Ulaanbaatar, Jake. This province is gonna be it, no matter what people say. Alright, on you trot. As for the color, there you go. Everyone's got to be blue one way or another. And what's the map of Mongolia? The map? Flag. Mongolian flag, Soviet? Looks to be the same. Tricolor, red, blue, red.